Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell. Also, please give us a like before you leave. Very, very important in the YouTube algorithm world that everybody who watches, please like the video. That helps spread the video around to people who haven't watched Comic Book Users before. So we're going to continue on with Inside the Cover. We're on a little Daredevil run here, so why not continue? We did last week, we did issue 142 and 143 from 1976. We're going to continue on with issue number 144. And there you have the cover right there. The man-bull breaks out. The merciless man-bull, nonetheless. So this, of course, with this issue, as we announced in the last episode, we have a new writing and art team here. So this particular issue starts the run with Jim Shooter as the lead writer on the Daredevil comic. Artist here is Lee Elias, inker Dan Green, letterer is B. Patterson, colorist G. Rousseau, plotter Jerry Conway, editor Archie Goodwin. So right off the bat, you can tell we got a new artist on the scene. Oh, there's King Kong, the most exciting original motion picture event of all time. So Matt's looking awfully muscular, right? Look at that. So he's just kind of practicing, doing his thing, you know. But he says, "What's wrong with me today? I should have cleared the horse by the 3 feet. Wonder if I have a touch of the flu." I guess back in the old days, whenever you didn't quite feel yourself, you thought you might have the flu. These days, something totally different, right? So here he's doing his gymnastics, as always. Interesting panel here where they show him taking a shower, and you can see like his eyes shaded out. You don't often see Matt Murdock without the glasses on. So kind of interesting that they depict him that way. But yeah, with Lee Elias' art, Matt Daredevil looking mighty muscular here. And then, so he's off, he's swinging around, he hears a little something on the radio that there's a prison break at Rikers Island. So, of course, as he's swinging overhead, who do we see? The man-bull has busted loose, and he's kicking ass. Because the man-bull, pretty strong, ornery dude, right? Slim Jim, oh yeah! Let's see. So here we go. So he can see now. No, he can't see. Matt can't see, but with his little radar sense, he can tell that it's the man-bull, obviously below. So they go at it, but as they're fighting, we see a helicopter kind of pull in with these dudes firing away. And based on what you see there, can you tell? Of course, it's the minions of the owl. So here, we've got over on this side, we've got the fight is ensuing between the big behemoth, the man-bull, and Daredevil. And Daredevil, of course, when he's fighting the man-bull, is obviously outmatched in strength, but he's using his agility and his radar sense. But that only goes so far, right? So the man-bull actually grabs Matt DD by the leg, slams him down to the ground. Basically, the prison guards are like, oh my God, he's got to be dead after that. But he wakes up, and the chief of police guy is getting on old Hornhead's case about, letting the man-bull get away. And, he's just barking stuff here. He goes, while you were here napping, the owl's men got the man-bull out of here just before we arrived with our secret weapons. Nice going, hotshot. And Daredevil responds, never happy, are you? Happy with a hot dog, glory-seeking vigilante who's incompetent to boot. Do me a favor, Rose. Go slide down a barbed wire fence. I ought to get a warrant on that clown. He's probably in on this with, call for you, Lieutenant, the Commissioner. So he's actually the Lieutenant. So the Commissioner calls. He gets pissed at Lieutenant Rose. Here we got some T-shirts and things. Look at that red Sonya shirt. Get your own bag of magic, right? Because, hey, that's the thing. So then we go to the lair of the owl. So we hadn't seen the owl in a little while. And man-bull comes in. The owl's basically saying, thanks for agreeing to work with me. Of course, the man-bull is kind of skeptical. As this conversation is going on, a rival gang, because, of course, in New York City around this time, you have all these different gangs, all these different, groups in the underworld, criminals who are vying for supremacy. And, of course, the owl is just one of many. You got the Kingpin, so many others. So this rival gang busts in, starts, shooting up the owl's henchmen. Of course, the man-bull takes offense to that. He starts, knocking the crap out of all of them. The owl goes behind like a protective shield. Right. Then after they overtake, the man bull overtakes all the rival criminals there. He notices that the owl has these braces on his legs, and he admits that he can no longer walk. Wow, big development there, right? So we cut to Matt and Heather and Foggy and Matt and Heather and Foggy. And Foggy's all depressed, and he's been drinking. He's obviously, been drinking all night and whatnot. They don't stay too long on that scene before Matt agrees to go out and put on his Daredevil costume and look around. Got to find the man-bull. Got to see what's going on. So he runs into the owl's henchman. Okay, another battle ensues there. Then we got our letters page. Okay, so he's doing a pretty good job, but then he notices, he finds on the ground, he finds like a little card. Is that a hotel card, right? Key card. Didn't know they had those back in the day. And then, of course, the man-bull is going after this one guy here, because that's what he's being told to do by the owl. And so he goes and captures this guy who is, let's see, what's his name? Kerwin, Professor Kerwin. You're coming with me to see the owl. So I guess this Kerwin guy's got something to do that's going to help the owl through his predicament. Okay, so Daredevil, meanwhile, takes the card. He goes into this office. He goes, "Please forgive the unorthodox entry. I'm looking for some information about this. The card, surely. It's a magnetic key used to identify its bearer to a computerized security system in a modern building. I suspect that. Can you determine which building it is for?" "Certainly. The data is coded into the key with magnetic particles, which our computer can decipher. And there's the address that you can plainly see." This is a great panel. And so, of course, Daredevil can't see it because he's blind. He goes, "Unless you are sure there is such an address." And he goes, 13 Wall Street. "Of course. Thanks." And then Matt says to himself, "Wonder what the technician would think if he knew Daredevil was blind and couldn't plainly see anything, and that the same blind guy was off to raid a nest of supervillains." So it's actually not a hotel that the key card goes for. It's just some building. Okay, so here we have the. So obviously Daredevil knows where to go. So we have the Owl's helicopter with his henchman and the man-bull unloading on top of the roof. And of course, Daredevil is there waiting. Here's the Billy Club. The fight ensues once again. And here, the man-bull is basically just, beating the crap out of Daredevil. But the Owl, of course, is watching everything. And at the last minute, he goes to charge Daredevil, lays a punch on him. They both go crashing over the side of the building. But Daredevil uses his Billy Club to latch on to something. We don't know. It's right here. And as he does that, he swings them back towards the building and smashes Man-Bull right through the brick. And he is out cold. All right, so basically what does he say here? He goes, "That did it. He's out cold. The police can pick him up in there." So then he goes back inside. He goes, "So from what the man-bull said, the owl is virtually crippled." And that professor says, "Yes, the owl apparently wanted me to restore his health and power, but the man-bull intended to force me to remove his power, make him human again." So the man-bull really wants to be human. "I'd like to help them both. All they had to do was ask." So the conclusion of the story comes in the next issue, which you will see on Friday. Danger rides, the bitter wind. So, of course, now that we got the man-bull out of the picture, there's still the owl to contend with and what his diabolical plan is. So that's what Daredevil has got to deal with in issue number 145. So stay tuned for that. Coming up soon, here in just a couple days here on the channel. So once again, thanks for watching here on Comic Book Geezers Inside the Cover. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts, and please hit that like button. So Bill and I are getting together this weekend to record a whole bunch of episodes. So you'll see after Friday's episode, you'll see Wild Bill and I back once again. We're going to try and do a tribute to Tom Palmer, who just passed away. So that'll be coming up probably early next week. So stay tuned for that and all sorts of other things here on Comic Book Users. Thanks for watching. I am Pete. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.